What's up guys, welcome back for another Yugioh Pro Duel video. Next match, Cross-Banlist Cup. We have two older decks, or well, they kind of better against each other. So the first one, we have Destiny Raida from 2007 versus Sylvans. First of all, we have Sylvans from 2014. This should be Patrick Hoban's list, I believe, from the World Championship qualifier, featuring the, you know, the good stuff for Sylvans. Triple Soul Charge, the Blaster in the main deck to boost up those rank 7 Exceed plays, Vanity's Emptiness, and, you know, Miracle Fertilizer as well. The second list, we have Destiny Raida, which is basically a variation of the Perfect Circle Monarchs from back in 2017. Because of the Light and Darkness Dragon, it was called like Raida, right? You know, Light and Dark from the OCG. So which deck has the advantage? The thing here is that I very much know the feedback from the people is that we, well, like Destiny Raida Perfect Circle is a very old deck. One of the older decks here in this year's Cross-Banlist Cup. So I definitely know that the power level is quite different compared to other decks here in this particular group, but compared to other groups as well. So I definitely know that this deck might underperform compared to other decks, but I was like, well, I mean, it's one of my favorite decks. It's very much old school, and you know, I mean, I eventually went for it, but who knows, the deck might surprise us as we have seen in the past with Hand Control from 2003, couple of tournaments ago, and Blood as well. I mean, the list feels quite similar, but yeah, there's definitely still a difference. So anyway, both decks have the ability to open with 6 cards, same for Sylvans, and of course, because of the is it Master Rule 2? It should be Master Rule 2 for the Perfect Circle Monarch deck. So going first, and this is Destiny Hero, this commander pre-errata. As you know, it can use its effect during the same turn when it's summoned, and I believe it's not restricted. Yeah, I believe with the errata, it's restricted to once per duel. Yeah, indeed. So yeah, anyway, so the matchup for Perfect Circle or Destiny Raida against Sylvans is definitely hard. The Perfect Circle again is a deck list from 2007, and you know, like the old school decks are quite slow. Same for like Monarch-oriented decks, they definitely grind through your opponent with flip effects like Gravekeeper Spy and, well, like searching effects like Sangan and this commander, malicious to, you know, get you free Tribute Father for your Tribute monsters. But that's a problem if you're playing against somewhat of a fast deck. Sylvans isn't really a fast deck, but the problem is Soul Charge. Soul Charge, I mean, you might have the feeling that you're in that you have the advantage over Sylvans, but one card could change that, and you know, like Soul Charge is definitely a card that could turn like the duel upside down, reborning multiple big boss monsters and turn themselves into like big exceeds, and you know, that can definitely be a problem. Or I believe it's called Aurea, the rank 7 Exceed. It's cool. I mean, if you hit like a plant, you can bounce up to like multiple cards, and yeah, it's not going to matter. This probably was game or almost game, but again, too much advantage. I'm not going to win that. So game number 2, I start off obviously, so normal summoning the Stratos, and I believe set a Scapegoat, and you know, Plasma is going to be very important, and the Light and Darkness Dragon is good, but I need to get it on the field. And speaking for 2007 decks, it wasn't that easy to, let's say, get it on the field first turn. If you're playing, let's say, Frog Monarchs, it was okay because of the special summoning effect of Swap Frog. You know, like sending Rodin Totem or whatever to the graveyard and reborn it for the second tribute monster. But speaking for Perfect Circle Monarchs, it's very hard to get it on the field first turn. If, well, maybe probably impossible. Then again, going second, Soul Exchange and Brain Control are definitely cards that could help. Again, getting the Plasma on the field the second try, I think. Was able to get it on the field, I think, during the first duel as well. But again, it's one of my game winner cards, and I believe it got blastered away during the first duel. And okay, there are a couple of outs here for the Sylvan deck to get rid of Plasma. I'm looking at the Blaster discard, I'm looking at the main deck Book of Moon, I think. Maybe some side deck cards, not really sure about that. And Dracossack. Dracossack, the tribute itself to dodge the Plasma negation effect on the field, and yeah, Soul Charge is definitely an easy card to get double level 7s on the field to go for Dracossack to get rid of Plasma, and that's a problem. I mean, this deck definitely can't recover from that. The rank 8 exceed, I believe it's called I'll say, like the times for Sylvans. It has been a couple of years, but yeah, I'll say bounces back either to the top of the deck or the bottom of the deck. The opponent chooses the, well, yeah, the control of I'll say chooses that. But yeah, what can I do? The fact that Miracle Fertilizer is restricted to once per turn, well, once per copy, I guess, and the fact that you could bounce it back with Aurea, your rank 7 exceeds, makes it quite ridiculous and a little bit of an underdog deck. And I'm speaking for Sylvans back during its prime period. So yeah, game number 3 and Crush Sangan. The times, if you played during that era, yeah, it was definitely good. Then again, this Crush card felt a little bit weak. You know, maybe I wanted to wait, but yeah, I was kind of forced, right, with the Martial Leaf, I believe the name is. So definitely go to Chain Crush card to get free information and search Spirit Reaper. You know who knows that card in today's format. Back then it was definitely a good card. 2007, even in GOAT format, was definitely a solid card. You know, it was all about those +1s over your opponent, like cards like Dekochi or Spirit Reaper were very crucial back then. So yeah, anyway, the Spirit Reaper poke, and I believe like one of the worst cards were picked, or discarded. I believe the Forbidden Lens was discarded, but it's fine. Still have the Stratos Normal Summon and Premature Burial and Soul Exchange are going to give me more monsters on the field, and that lets me drop Plasma for a 3rd time, maybe 3rd time the charm. Hopefully, so Plasma gaining control, attaching I guess, can't go to the battle phase because of Soul Exchange. You know, Sylvan Charity, that's fine, I believe we know the Mushroom is set here. And I normal summon Spirit Reaper, but I believe a Card Trooper might have been better going for damage, right? Since again, yeah, the Mushroom effect was still negated. Anyway, so set to Phoenix Wing Blast, that was actually quite crucial again. The potential of Soul Charge again for the Draco Sec. Maybe Book of Moon to put Plasma face down and a potential Sylvan monster to attack over it. Then there is still the Phoenix Wing Blast to, you know, like protect Plasma from that. Only one All-Say copy. All-Say I believe is like 3200 defense. But in this case, Breaker could definitely have popped the attached material to Plasma. But again, I think I gave his back row a bit too much credit. It could have been like, well, if it was like Book of Moon or Mystical Space Typhoon, it was probably already used, right, during their turn. So it's cool. Raida drops. Raida being dropped to the field, bouncing back the back row. But this is a problem, going second now. And as you know, I mean, if Sylvans is able to end with, you know, using Curry Bandit during their first turn, it sets up so much. A potential Soul Charge later. It could, you know, it reveals the top 5 card of your deck or excavates the top 5 cards of your deck. And then your opponent is able to, well, the card, or the controller of Curry Bandit is able to pick a spell, I believe. Is it spell or trap or spell, and add it to their hand, while the other cards are excavated or sent to the graveyard. So that's, you know, like a huge, getting multiple big beatsticks in the graveyard, and I felt a little bit comfortable. But yeah, the Forbidden Lens keeps the Draco Sec on the field, and that's a problem. Scapegoat can't be changed, and the Call of the Haunted is also being popped. And yeah, that would have been crucial because of this commander on the field, and yeah. No, I'm just too much behind. Treeborn Frog, back in the old school days, was huge. You know, a card that kept reborning itself during the standby phase. Like during your own turn, of course, but free Tribute Father makes it so that Raida, you know, the Monarchs and Light and Darkness Dragon is able to drop itself basically for free. But yeah, here in this case, this matchup, it wasn't that fantastic, a bit too slow, I guess, especially against a deck that has the ability to play Soul Charge during the opening turn as well, if not the second turn, and that's just a problem. So Sylvans take this one over Destiny Raida, Perfect Circle Raida, however you want to call it, right, but 3 points for Sylvans, 1 point for Destiny Raida. And as you see here, the next matchup would have been Trickstars versus Gladiator Beasts, but that is a Master Rule 5 deck, and we are very close with the new Master Rule Banlist / Master Rule format April 1st. So I'm going to hold this matchup for like within the next couple of weeks, as soon as that format is real. So the next matchup is going to be Blood versus Dark Synchro. Dark Synchro, first time here in the Cross-Banlist Cup, definitely excited for that one. So again, feel free to leave your predictions. Dark Synchro versus Blood should be definitely a very good one. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.